Zhuo Fan absolutely disagrees with his idiot behavior. Where a man is just a woman's tool for delivering incense, why should he lose his life for this group of women? This is not just an idiot. It's definitely a fool. However, Zhuo Fan deeply admired his loyalty. If he is a man, it would be better to be a woman, ha ha ha. Wang Puqingyan couldn't help but sneered and left with contempt. Poisonous hand medicine. Wang Zi came to Zhuo Fan with a smile, and seemed to say to him, and to everyone, Chu Qingshan was an old disciple, and to be fair, he has first-rate alchemy talent, but he is arrogant. No one in the eyes actually wanted to make an antidote by his own strength, rescue Huailao. Such a person, compared to those mediocre people, is a real fool. Looking at the back of Chu Qingcheng, who had already clenched his fists tightly, the poison master Wang left proudly. But his laughter came again. This world is a man's world, and also a world of smart people. Fools and women are delusional. Even if they die, they deserve it. This poisonous drug king. Knowing all the causes of Dragon 9, one eye could not help but glared out. Turning around and looking in the direction of Chu Qingcheng, I saw that she was shaking with anger. Seeing this scene, Long Jiu shook his head helplessly, and came to Zhuo Fan's side and whispered, "Brother, did you tell Chu Chu that girl? Our three alliances, no need to talk." Zhuo Fan Hanman flashed. Looking at the direction of the disappearance of those people, said coldly, "This is your business. All I have to do is let the arrogant boy know what a real man is." Long Jiu Xinling looked at Zhuo Fan's cold face, his lips wriggled, but could not say anything. He has never seen Zhuo Fan's terrible face. On the other hand, Emperor Puqingyan returned to the guest room of Huayu Tower again, and the poisonous drug king couldn't help but stepped forward and asked, "Second son, why did you just release them? With our strength, several of them are absolutely dead." Confused Wang Qingyan glanced at him lightly, scolding, "It's easy to kill those few people, but after killing, it will inevitably cause 7 battles, and even if we win, we will definitely die." "Second son, how do you say this?" everyone asked. With a sneer, Wang Puqingyan's eyes flashed finally and said lightly, "Don't forget, in this heavenly universe, not only the imperial family of the 7th generation, but also the 4 columns owned." Wang Puqingyan didn't say anything later, but everyone already understood. So the heart was even more shocked. It turned out that the ambition of the Emperor Dor was so great that he ran to that seat. In short, Huayu Tower is now falling apart. There is no need to force their dogs to jump into the wall. As for Qianlong Pavilion and Jianhao Mansion, this son can understand this time, they are all thorns, and they will have to clean up sooner or later. The second son is wise. Everyone prayed together, but their thoughts were different. The Palace of Medicine King has already returned to the King's Gate, and the Ghost Valley is a sorrow and misfortune. The old rival Qianlong Pavilion finally kicked the iron plate of the King's Gate. As for Lin Zishan of Happy Forest, it is a full wall of grass. When everyone else worships, he will follow him so as not to cause trouble to his upper body. In the early morning of the next day, Zhuo Fan walked out of the guest room of Huayu building, looked at the rising sun, and sighed. "I thought that I lived in a world of 2 with Chu Qingcheng yesterday, and the days of the paradise have already entered the world again today." Zhuo Fan shook his head helplessly, which was quite regrettable. If it wasn't for the Imperial Puqingyan's trouble, he should still be in the hut with Chu Qingcheng now. However, even if there was nothing yesterday, another day would be the day of the Baden event, and he should act. In short, that kind of idyllic life has never been his destination. Alas, Lao Tzu is a laborer. Zhuo Fan couldn't help but sigh. At this moment, a white shadow fell and looked closely. It was no doubt that Chu Qingcheng. But still waiting for him to scream, she took him into the sky again. "Follow me." About half an hour later, the two landed in the deserted slum again. Only this time there were more than two people, there were three acquaintances. It was Dong's brother and sister and Zhao Dandan. Seeing them, Zhuo Fan was also puzzled. Knowing his thoughts, Chu Qingcheng smiled and said, "You have seen Grandma and my family. It is reasonable to say that I should go to see Ling Zunling Church. But the road is far away, I can only see your friends first." With that said, Chu Qingcheng took Zhuo Fan's hand and made a gesture of invitation to the people, inviting them to enter a small broken house. Zhao Dandan was stunned and completely stupid. Why did the main landlord meeting and Zhuo Fan appear here? But she received an order from master early in the morning to let her bring Dong brothers and sisters here, and it turned out that they were the main landlord. She was stupid. And Dong brothers and sisters were even more stupid. I met Zhao Dandan, a little witch, early in the morning. They thought that Huayu building had finally asked them to settle their accounts. But no. I saw my brother and the main owner of Huayu holding hands so intimately. For a time, their worldview completely collapsed. Song Waiyu, a young master of a third-rate family. How did he hook up the family of the imperial family of the seventh family, the main owner of Huayu building, and Xianyu's first beauty, Chu Qingcheng? Sister, I told you to start early. Look. You have no chance. Dong Xianba looked at them dumbly, his eyes still gleaming confused. Dong Xiaoan felt miserable in his heart and couldn't figure it out. Brother. How do I know that brother Song Waiyu will be involved with the main owner of Huayu? But when they are bitter, Zhao Dandan is even more bitter. Finally. It was easy to see a man whose love rival was actually the head boss of her head boss. Where did she go? For a time, the three of them looked at each other, and all of them were looking hard.